imagine.
I know. I felt pretty famous for
Yeah,
a second.
yeah.
I was on the stage,
I
the
would
lights
too.
were really big.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the Nuanced AF Pod. I'm Juan.
I'm Lex.
And we are two highly empathetic people that are always trying to find a nuance in everything because everything is nuanced AF. Lex,
Juan.
we are back from break
Yes.
and we are not alone. It is going to be another guest episode. Today we have a dear friend to both Lex and I, but especially you, Lex. She is a wickedly awesome makeup artist, a talented singer/musician who has sung with the one and only Josh Groban himself. Please welcome Serena J. Serena, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Thank you.
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the pod. We are excited to have you. Excited to.
Very excited.
Yeah. Lex, why don't you tell us a little bit about Serena here? I know I just went through a little bit of an intro,
did.
but I know you two are closer, so
Yeah. Well, Serena's lovely.
yes.
One of my favorite people ever. Yeah, we used to be coworkers. Now we're just friends.
Yeah.
Literally, like we just said earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like you live in England now. You used to live here, where we're currently at in New Jersey. But yeah, you're a singer, songwriter, artist, wonderful person. Yeah.
Can I ask about the Josh Groban thing? How was that?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So, little thing about that, I've sung with him twice.
Wow.
So, the first time I sang with him, actually, I believe it was 2019.
Okay.
And
I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, I randomly was approached by one of my old music teachers from high school. And I woke up, it was 9 a.m. in the morning, a Monday, and I received a text, hey, what are you doing right now? We need someone to come to the school and start rehearsing for
Crazy.
Josh Groban. His show's this Saturday. And someone dropped out.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
And I was so confused. I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was, is this a prank right now?
Yeah, you're like,
You guys joking
is this
with me, right?
real?
And
Is this real?
I just remember my mom. I turned to my mom, and I don't remember what it was that she needed me to do, but she needed me to do something that morning, and I said, my old teacher just messaged me and said, Josh Groban needs a new person in place for the show. But I have to bring you this thing, so do you want me to bring you instead? And she was like, are you crazy? Literally get over there and go. So I went in that day, got the music, had 2 days to memorize all of
That's
it.
insane.
Wow.
And then a couple days later, had the show. And then a couple years after that, I was hired again to do 2 shows. So,
Wow.
So cool.
yeah, it was really, and the first time I sang, we met him for like a couple seconds, and
Like a hi-bye situation.
yeah, and he took a picture with everybody. And when he first came in, though, he goes, "What's your favorite Transformer?" And I don't
That's
know
amazing.
why. It was such a really
Like broke the ice.
fun.
Yeah.
It was such a fun way to start a little conversation, because sometimes I worry that maybe if someone comes in and they're hi, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi
Don't want
bye.
to talk to you. But it was really, it was nice.
That's awesome.
That
That is
is
so
so-
cool. And you said you got paid to do it? That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
That's
good
amazing.
for the resume.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and also just a great
Yes.
story to tell. Like, just like imagine.
I know. I felt pretty famous for
Yeah,
a second.
Yeah.
I was on the stage,
I would
the lights
too.
were really big.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know if it was the first show or if it was I think it was the first show. I heard my mom and some other people scream my name.
Oh my gosh.
When I was on the stage, and after I got off the stage and sang the song, got off the stage, texted my mom, and I was like, "This isn't about me. This is about Josh Groban. don't scream my name." But the
So
people,
humble.
the people behind them realized they were like, "Oh my gosh, you know somebody who's on the
Yeah,
stage right
that's
now?"
so cool.
And my mom told them, "Yeah, my daughter Serena." So they also screamed
Oh
with
my
her, and
God.
they did a count off, and there were 1, 2, 3, and they screamed my name.
Amazing.
So that was who. Yeah,
You deserve
Yo,
it,
that's
though.
cool people
was
right
You're
there.
wonderful.
right. That They were MVP too.
Yeah, for real.
I hope they're well.
Yeah.
wherever they are in the world, you know.
That's so cool.
That is awesome.
How do you like categorize yourself? Like, is it more like you're a singer, songwriter, producer? Like, what are you trying to do now? Like, since you're in school.
So, I think the biggest thing is I always tell people I'm a singer first. But I definitely before I graduated high school, many years ago at this point.
Oh God.
We were just talking
Don't
about that,
remind
me and
us.
Juan.
Yeah, very,
been a
very
minute.
scary.
It is.
I wanted to only be a singer, and then once I had to start really thinking about my future,
Yeah.
I was thinking more, well, what if I only want to be a singer? Do I want to go to school? And then that got me thinking about how I wanted to be a well-rounded artist, and I wanted to dive more into the production side. I wanted to dive into more of the business side of things. And it got me really thinking about how I wanted to be identified in the music industry. And I definitely think I want to be known as a singer, but I also want to be known as like a
Multifaceted.
kind of,
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
it's definitely it's hard to pinpoint, but I would say singer, and then on the side producer.
Yeah,
and,
like offshooting.
yeah, businesswoman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
businesswoman. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely can relate because, like, for a while, I kind of prided myself on being able to do a lot of things like video editing, photography, just anything in front of or behind the camera.
Yeah.
But now I really kind of just want to be known as like a creator because like that's what I like to do the most. So,
Yeah.
so I get it.
that.
Yeah, cool. I want to bring us into our Am I the Asshole segment, which I have chosen one that is
Yes,
a little bit
Serena.
tailored towards you.
Cool.
So, and it is about musicians.
Okay.
So, am I the asshole for not supporting my boyfriend's music quote unquote career? So, the OP is 29 female and he is 28 male. So, for the first 3 years of our relationship, he never said he wanted to start a band or anything of that nature. He played guitar, but his words were, "I just do this for fun." It was mainly at night when he was winding down after work or if he was having a really stressful day. It was simply his way of releasing tension. Within the past 2 years, though, it has become much more than that, which I was okay with in the beginning. He's really good at what he does, though he does need quite a bit more practice. So, when he originally started going over to his buddy's house for band practice, I had no problem with it. He could learn a lot from his friends after all. However, it has now become a cash hog hobby. In the past 2 years, we have spent well over $8,000 in musical equipment. So, just so you get an idea, 5 acoustic guitars, 6 pieces of recording equipment, beat pad, loop pedals, mics, soundproof wall decor, recording apps, etc. A piano, a ukulele, 3 electric guitars, 2 bass guitars, an electric drum kit, a regular drum kit, various different posters with chord techniques, multiple books that have yet to be used, tuners, etc. We have nowhere to put all this shit, so it is gently placed in various corners throughout my home. I own my home, so it's fine that we have spent this much money, but at the same time, it is getting out of hand. Especially when he has not landed one single gig throughout these past 2 years, and he has cut back on his hours at work to accommodate to his band schedule. He only works 16 hours tops a week now, which is far less than the 60 plus he was working. I, however, still work full time. So the other day, he invited me to my first ever experience of their quote-unquote band practice. I was extremely disappointed. They didn't play any music at all. It was them sitting around the garage, drinking beers, and talking about what they should play, basically. My boyfriend pulled out a notepad and started playing a song he wrote. Turns out it is the same song he began writing 2 years prior, and it is far from complete. His drummer then looked at me and said, quote, "We only do this for fun," after I asked if they were trying to get gigs. So I waited until we got home to confront my boyfriend. I told him I thought that this was supposed to be an actual thing, not just something he does for fun, especially with the amount of money we have spent and where he has basically cut down his hours to nothing. He then felt attacked, of course, and said that I was an asshole for not supporting his music career. So, am I the asshole?
Oh.
Serena, I'll let you have the floor first.
I don't think so, but maybe it's the way that it was approached.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I want to say I think bringing up the fact that the song that her boyfriend's working on, it being the same song from 2 years ago, I don't necessarily think that it's a great point to bring up, because there's songs that I've been working on for maybe like 5 years.
Like you're always
Yeah.
workshopping.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist. I'm very picky, so
Like
that's
that's
why.
not strange. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not super uncommon.
Yeah.
A lot of artists will work on a song or have a song that they started and never finished because they lost inspiration for it, or they were having writer's block, and then they
Yeah.
come back to it a while later.
Yeah.
But I think the conversation really should be about more so, are they feeling as though they are incapable of moving like further with their music? Do they feel
Seems like
there's
there might
something
be a
going
disconnect
on?
too
Right.
between like the band members. Like maybe
Right.
he's taking it seriously, but the band member
maybe
isn't taking it as seriously.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe
Yeah.
there's a pot, because the thing is, he's saying he wants to take it serious, but
Mm-hmm.
if some of his bandmates are saying, well, we're just doing it for fun,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's a conflict there.
Yeah. True.
Which is completely separate, and he's trying to navigate that as well, which he could still talk to his partner about that, obviously,
be a bit more
Yeah.
open about that.
you know.
Yeah.
But maybe he feels embarrassed
Mm-hmm.
because he wants to do this,
And then maybe they're not on the same page.
but they're not on the same page.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
How do you feel about the investment? Like they put all this money into it, and then he's like really wanting to do it, but then like obviously his partner has something to say about that because it's
Yeah.
their money, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to pursue music, especially if you're going into getting recording equipment and all that stuff, it is really expensive. So
Yeah, it sounds that way.
unless
Yeah.
you are really serious about wanting to attempt, or you want to practice, or you want to get better at this thing,
Yeah.
your software is going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's on like maybe a student discount. Sometimes you can get a little bit lower prices, but if you're getting really good equipment, it's going to be expensive. So I feel if she is worried that he's not taking it serious, the conversation should still be approached with more from a caring point of,
Yeah.
I know you really love this, but are you serious about it? Do you feel this is something that you want to do full time?
You want to pursue this.
You know,
Yeah.
I've also invested a lot into your dreams, and I'm happy to do that, and I want to support you in any way that I can, but I also want to make sure that it's not just more of a hobby that you want to do maybe once in a while. So maybe we didn't need to spend all of that money,
Yeah.
and we could have found maybe more cheaper options first until you
Instead of the
got a
upfront
handle.
investment. Yeah.
Right. I think maybe that should be the conversation, because I can understand sometimes when someone doesn't understand what's going through the other person's mind, you can automatically make an assumption and think, well, this is just making me angry, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go off on them.
Yeah.
But-
like you don't understand where I'm coming from. I'm mad at
Right.
you. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, I think I would maybe be offended if my partner, just without having a conversation with me, just right off the bat accused me of not taking it serious. Then I would be
Yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah, that
I
is
think.
frustrating.
Yeah.
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 I can see that. I think I understand what she is saying, but I think her tone is a little bit like, like she's coming off
Yeah.
very strong, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's a little dicey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's seeing like the money side and like the home side of it,
this.
and is maybe a little frustrated that, I don't know, maybe he's. Yeah, she has her worries that he's not taking it seriously, and if
Yeah.
that's true, then like
Yeah.
all this is a waste.
Yeah.
But
I think asshole's too strong of a word,
yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's too strong of a word. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, Serena, I like what you said. There's a lot of nuance to be had with this, where like this could be coming from a kinder place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, she shouldn't be coming on like, oh, you're not doing anything, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it is true that things are expensive, and that's a lot of money to be spending on something that you're like, is it going to pan out? Like, there needs to be discussion. Like, there needs to be more discussion.
Yeah.
Overall.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, Lex, you and I, like, I'm pursuing like creative things as well, but I still make sure I work full time and like pay my half of the bills.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true. Like, we have
we're-
that worked out.
yeah, where it's
Yeah.
not one sided in that way. So
Yeah, I get how she might be feeling, like she's carrying a lot of like the financial burden at this point, especially if like they aren't really doing any like gigs or anything.
yeah,
And it really does seem like there's a disconnect with even the band itself. Like, is
yeah, because we don't know anything about the members, like
Yeah,
if they're on the same page or not.
Exactly. Like, I feel for both of these people, because it's like you should be able to pursue the creative things you want to pursue, but then also I understand her side of things, where it's like she's carrying so much of the financial burden. Like, that's frustrating in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Serena, you brought up your partner. I wanted to ask about him. Shout out Joe if you're watching.
Yeah.
Is he how's he as a supportive partner? Does he? Go ahead.
No, I mean, he's great.
Does he do any music himself?
He doesn't.
Okay, that's fine.
I have. Well, I've tried to teach him like
Oh.
a little bit.
Yeah.
He, I don't know, maybe when he was a teenager, maybe a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
He had some music lessons, kind of.
Yeah.
Like
It didn't-
instruments or like singing or
Music theory.
Music theory.
Okay.
Okay.
It didn't really stick
Gotcha.
Yeah.
much.
I get that.
So, but you know what? I will say it was a random, maybe Thursday or something. He was here to see me during the summer one year, and we were sitting in my room, and I pulled out this theory book, and I was like, let's just test it out. Let's see if you know anything.
See how much you
know?
remember. Pop quiz.
And I was pretty impressed, and just like 5 minutes, I would point to something, and how long is that? How long do you hold that for?
Oh.
And how long do you hold this for? And
Oh.
whatever. So he was doing pretty good.
Nice.
I was impressed, but he told me no singing.
No singing.
Even though he has sung a couple times. You put on a Mountain Goat song. That's it.
That's funny.
He's gone. He's ready to sing every time.
That's really
Every
funny.
time, yeah.
I feel like everyone has like one go-to karaoke song.
Yeah,
where-
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's always one song someone's willing to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Bohemian
He likes
Rhapsody
tequila.
for me. He likes tequila. What?
The song.
Oh.
Yeah, the
He-
I was
song.
like, oh, that's how you get him to sing.
You
The
know, that's how you get him to dance. If you're out somewhere, he's not a big dancer.
Yeah.
So last summer, my friends and I, we went out, and he had a couple drinks, and then my friends were like, okay, let's start dancing. And he was doing all right.
Okay, cool.
He was doing all right. I was
Cool.
proud of him.
Good for
Nice.
him. Sometimes it's just about like getting out and having some fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loosening up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, alcohol helps. So.
Yeah.
It does. It
Yeah.
definitely-
Dancing is a lot of just feeling comfortable and like in your own skin and like
Yeah.
being able to express yourself
Exactly.
physically through movements and
Yeah.
stuff like
Exactly.
Especially, which you would know about that because like you've done many kinds of
Yeah.
that.
dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Was dance something you ever did, Serena? Like,
I I did for a couple times actually.
Okay.
When I was a kid, and I lived in Connecticut for about 4 years because I was born in Connecticut, but all my family's from Jersey. So
Okay.
I'm the odd one out. I wasn't born here, but I grew up here.
Yeah,
so,
you grew up here. You're still from
yes. So this girl that I was really good friends with, she was one of my best friends when we were really little. We were in dance class, and I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I think she got up and started running. So I got up and started running, and then the whole class started running. And we're all running around the room.
That's cute.
So we got kicked out.
Oh,
Serena.
I know. I think I was just really excited to
I could see that.
rebel. I don't know what I was rebelling
gosh.
about, but I was like, I'm not gonna
You've always
gonna
had
listen to
this
you.
like sort of energy about you, though. Like, very excited,
But-
very, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember it that much, but my mom tells me about
I'm
it all
sure
the
she
time.
tells you, yeah.
But my older sister and I, we took a hip hop class many years ago with this company. I forget the name of the company. But if you remember me, then I don't, maybe you'll see this. I don't know. But this guy, Sam, who is really amazing, he used to work for the company. He left. He has his own company now.
Oh, cool.
But I really enjoyed his class so much. And we got to put on a show and do our hip hop dance. It was really fun. And the pants that we wore were super baggy.
Yeah.
But they were baggy all the way down to like below my
They're like
knees.
harem pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I felt like a pirate. I was like, okay.
A pirate.
I got on the stage and I was like, we're about to really dance, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah. We're serious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to say about this particular Am I the Asshole?
I'm good, I think.
I think I would just say, one, have a proper conversation. Lead into it without judgment and try to have more understanding.
Yeah.
I think is the
Empathy.
biggest thing. And then for the partner, you need to talk to your band.
Yeah.
And you need to find out if they're serious about it, because if they're not serious about it,
Like, he can't be serious about it. Like, at least not with them.
right.
Yeah.
Then you have to separate and wish them well, and maybe you can do things for fun with them.
Yeah, you can
for
have like a jam
music-related stuff.
session.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're serious about it, I'm telling you, there are so many people that will hire you if you just go with your voice and a guitar.
Yeah.
There's so many places that will hire you if you got it going on with all the music and the voice and everything. Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. They want someone in there that's gonna go and make people excited to be at a specific location.
Yeah.
That's all it's really about, honestly.
Yeah, because I was wondering if this was a situation of like maybe it's just a bunch of buddies coming together. Maybe they're doing music, but really
Yeah.
they're just hanging out. This is an
Yeah.
excuse to hang out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe he's serious about it, and they're not as serious about it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think a conversation needs to be had with the band members of where everyone's at,
100%.
what page.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're all at. So
Yeah.
cool. I did want to ask Serena, how do you feel about kids doing music? Like when parents like push music on, well, maybe not push music on the kids, but like I guess trying to like foster that,
Like nurture that into the children, or
like because I was thinking if we ever had children, I always would want them to be like musically
inclined.
yeah. But obviously I wouldn't want to like force it on them, but like I just feel like kids have a higher ceiling when it comes to like learning music, because like they're like a sponge.
Yeah.
They absorb everything real
Absolutely.
quick.
Yeah.
So I guess just how do you feel about that? Like
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. For me, I would say my parents didn't really they didn't really put me into music
They didn't encourage it,
necessarily.
exactly.
They encouraged it when I
saw interest in it.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
it wasn't something that I know some families will specifically get their kids into piano lessons like as soon as they can start talking and understanding anything. So my parents weren't really like that, but growing up, my older sister, she was always super creative. So we would always put on skits, all three of us, because it's three sisters. So we would put on these skits, and
I can
we would
visualize
dress in
that. That's
costumes,
cute.
and we had this blow up like stage thing. So we'd come out of like the curtain on it, and I think I was in this weird like ladybug costume. I don't know.
This is all very wholesome so far.
So you know. And I think once I got to elementary school and we started playing the recorder because you had to.
Oh, yeah, because you had to. Yeah.
My one teacher was like, you need to join the school band. So I played the flute and I joined the choir and all of that. So it was, but I'd been singing my whole life. And we used to do Christmas mixtapes.
Oh.
They should never see the light. They're crazy.
I would low-key love to see them.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be so cool.
I also
Baby
had a
Serena.
hard time pronouncing some of my letters.
I get that.
And I also had a lisp, so it was, I just...
That must have been interesting,
Crazy.
like, vocally, like, when you were singing. Like...
Oof. I listened to them. I made Joe listen to them one year
really?
for Christmas, yeah.
What did he think?
He was, I don't know, maybe impressed.
I'm sure he thought you were
I think
cute.
he was like, you guys are cute.
You're
Because
cute.
we made them into parodies.
Oh, that's fun.
So we changed the lyrics and stuff. But I do think that there is something to be said about introducing music and music abilities to kids, because I mean, there are studies that show if you play piano, for instance, your brain does look slightly different than someone who doesn't. And it's not like a negative thing. It's just when you play piano,
like, you're using parts of your brain.
You're using several parts of your brain, because you're playing and also looking at music sometimes. But I think it also, I mean, there are so many doctors, for instance, that play piano or play guitar, and they're doctors.
Yeah.
And they just enjoy it. You know? I think it also helps too, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of stress in your life. Music is just such a nice way to try to eliminate that, and it clears your mind because you're focusing on one thing instead of a bunch of things.
Makes sense.
So I think introducing it to kids is fine, but I think if a kid says,
I hate
I'm
this.
not interested.
This is the
then
worst thing
no,
ever. Don't
because
have me do it ever again.
Right. I know people who were forced to every week they had piano lessons and they didn't like it and they learned it, and now in their adult life they enjoy it sometimes, or they'll say, oh, I know how to play, this thing by Beethoven or whatever, but there's not a lot of joy behind it. It's like it's been ingrained into their brain.
This is like
so
something
they
I had to do. Yeah. This was another class I had to take. This isn't a joyful thing.
Right. Exactly. So
I was the opposite. I begged for like piano lessons because like all the kids in my school that did play piano, I thought they were so cool.
Yeah.
But we couldn't afford a piano when we were a kid, and I didn't get like a little like keyboard piano until I was like in my teens. And then luckily I did have a piano class in high school that taught me a lot of music theory. I've lost most of it, but
yeah.
Maybe you're like Joe. You're a
give
sleeper
me an hour
agent.
and I can read maybe one stem of music.
You know though, honestly, there's so many websites online that you can do quizzes with.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
It's I do it every once in a while just to
kind of keep sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure, because then if they, I don't know, sometimes some of the tests they throw like a little curveball.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, I remember this from this thing I took.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
and then
funny.
Sometimes, I don't know if I remember that. Let me do my research. You know,
That's a
But-
reminder in your brain to be like,
Right.
hey. Yeah, I know Juan's always loved like piano, and I know
Yeah.
you've always said you want to do.
I've always said if I had infinite
Yeah.
time, I
Yeah.
would love to, pursue like music. Yeah,
Yeah.
learning a bunch of instruments. I tried to
Yeah.
learn guitar, but that is a whole different ball game than like a piano. I mean, it's similar, but it's different.
Yeah, I would say so. When I didn't learn piano first. I learned the flute.
Okay.
So, and it was because of my music teacher, Mr. Salties.
Shout out.
You know,
Shout
shout
out.
out.
with the recorder.
Yes, with the recorder. He was also the choir teacher
Yeah.
Cool.
when I was in elementary school. And Ben Fong, he was my band teacher.
Oh,
Okay.
So yeah, he really. I'll never forget though. Just on a side note, he looked at me and he said, "If you're not gonna practice, then you shouldn't be in band."
Oh,
And it wasn't even because I wasn't. He was just saying in general, if it's not something that you love, don't do it.
yeah.
And I don't know, it kind of stuck with me.
Yeah.
The whole time. And,
Pursue the things you love.
right.
Yeah.
And it really, I always kept that in my brain. I'm like, if you don't love it, then why are you
doing it?
Yeah. And I learned the flute. I loved it. I went for this one like solo with the piccolo, and then I ended up getting it, and I used the piccolo, and it was so cool, and I felt all fancy.
Oh, you're so
because it was
cute.
this like miniature version of the flute, and I was so excited about it. I don't know, I was very excited. But after I learned the flute and I felt pretty confident in it,
Mm-hmm.
I started to become interested in the piano around, I want to say 5th grade.
Okay.
So between 5th and 6th grade, I started self-teaching piano. I would listen to a song and then I would look for the notes because I didn't know any of the notes on the piano.
Yeah, that sounds a lot
So
like you. Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
started. That's how I started, and then I got really interested in it, and then I auditioned for a charter tech in Summers Point, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Green. Love you,
Mrs.
girl.
Green.
Yes, that's my second mom. And
Aw.
Emler, love you. And I had to take piano classes when I was going there, but it would be lessons. So because it was a whole class, we would have certain days of the week where we would have to get sheets of paper and we'd have to look at the piano and
Yeah.
do all that jazz. And I had a couple people that did piano lessons with me. I know some of them are probably angry at me because sometimes they come over and be like, "Did you practice this week?" And I'd be like, "Well, what happened?"
In theory, I practice.
Yeah.
In theory, I practice.
But I promise you guys, I'm a lot better at piano now. So when I went to my first college, which I only went there for 2 years. We won't talk about that school. But what I will say about that school is the piano teacher I had, he just encouraged me so much. And there were times where he would give me a piece of music and say, "I want you to learn this," and I'd look at him and say, "Are you out of your mind?"
But he was
I don't
encouraging.
know if I could play that. That's really complicated. And he would say, "Learn the first couple measures and then come back to our lesson and we'll go from there." And he always really, really encouraged me. But he had a rule. I had to practice at least 8 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a full
So-
shift.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I had a lot of classes. So
That's hard to fit in.
I would wake
Yeah.
up super early in the morning, practice for 2 hours, go to my next classes, practice for 2 hours, next classes 2 hours, and I would do that. And when I kept on the 8 hour streak, I was like, I could be like a professional pianist.
yeah.
Okay, like they're gonna hire me in Philly.
Yeah.
To play for the orchestra. I was actually really impressed with myself then. So
That's cool.
you should definitely the piano, once you kind of start to memorize what's going on the keyboard, it makes it a lot easier to know what's going on, so that you can dive a little bit more into things. So I would say if you wait to have a bunch of time, you're never gonna learn it. So I would say don't wait for a bunch of time. Do it in increments where you could have maybe an hour this day, an hour another day.
Kind of like
And
there's a will, there's a way
absolutely.
kind of situation.
It might take a little bit longer, maybe, but when you play the piano, one of my favorite things to play on the piano is definitely, I would say, classical music. I do like playing some other music too, but there's just something about it, especially with a grand piano. And I used to play on a grand piano when I was going to my last school, and the acoustics were amazing in there.
Yeah.
So I would play, and the sound was everywhere, and it if I felt really stressed, all went away afterwards. So I would say still go for it.
Yeah, you get
Try to
lost in the
learn.
music sometimes if you just play.
Yeah.
The keyboard I have, the keys aren't like weighted, so like when I would get on a real piano, I felt like my fingers were weak, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't. I feel like I'm learning to walk again.
It's like a muscle, like anything else.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel weird. So you can actually, there are keyboards that you can get that have weighted keys. Those are all the ones that I have, because if I play a keyboard that doesn't, it's like it makes my brain like buffer. I don't know.
Like,
that's how I feel on the real piano.
Yeah, that's funny. Same, but different.
Like, why am I lagging in real life?
This is fun to watch because it's like similar.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Does the name Alexander Bowie mean anything to you? Do you know who that is?
It sounds familiar.
He was a teen contestant on America's Got Talent. And he played piano, and he was from my school. I knew him personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he even taught me a little bit of like the kind of signature song that he played, Bumble Boogie.
It really sounds familiar. I'm trying to think, because I watch that show all the time.
Yeah, he was like a mini celebrity in our high school. So
that's pretty cool to like know someone like that.
Yeah. So
that's how I feel knowing you.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
With my like 398
you count
followers.
Yeah, you count.
Yeah.
And Josh Groban too.
Yeah, for
Josh
real.
Groban, yes. No, yeah.
Name drop that whenever you can.
Right? I feel like you're more impressive than you ever give yourself credit for.
Yeah.
You know, I'll agree.
Yeah. I feel like you downplay yourself sometimes.
I will agree on that. I think that's something I'm trying to work on, because I try to stay really humble about things.
Which you are. You succeed.
I try to stay really humble, because I don't like when people have the attitude of, I'm so amazing, I'm the best thing in the world. I think there's a line of confidence and conceited.
Yeah, 100%.
And I definitely, I've come across people who are very conceited. And I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes really conceited people, they get the jobs. Believe me. But I just don't work super well with them, because I always look at things in a way that I'm very confident in what I bring to the table. But I also know there are a bunch of other people who have a really amazing talent as well. So I know they can also bring something maybe that somebody might like a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always try to approach things from more of a collaborative way.
Yeah.
And I always enjoy it the most that way. So, yeah.
I feel like music is a collaborative effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think for me, I feel like I want to be a good person first, a good artist second. I want to sort of like lead with that, because
Yeah.
I definitely know there are people that like they're terrible, but they're talented too.
Yeah.
Like terrible people, but damn, are they good? Are they undeniably good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'd rather people have a positive image of like who I am as a person first.
Yeah.
Know
So
your heart.
yeah.
Yeah, that you're a good
Yeah.
person, and that it by extension makes you a good artist.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Nice little music discussion
Yeah.
there. Anything else anyone wants to say before we move on to a new segment?
I'm okay.
Serena, you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right, let's move on to our Would You Rather
Ooh.
segment where I give 2 scenarios and just tell me what you would rather. So, first scenario A, would you rather? Driving laws don't apply to you. Law enforcement will not pull you over for traffic violations.
Oh my God.
Or B, never need to do your laundry. Your clothes will be magically washed, dried, and folded right when you put them in the hamper. I know it's these are two like
These are wild ones.
Yeah.
like
They're,
incomparable
like,
a little bit.
opposites.
But like I'm just like, you know what? This might work. Let's see what the ladies think.
Oh my God. Oh, jeez.
Or you want me to go first?
Yeah, go
What do you think?
first.
Okay, as someone who does the laundry, I don't mind doing it. So I'm going with the driving laws one because
Because you
like
do drive quite a bit.
I do drive a lot,
Also,
and
you drive a lot. Yeah.
and
yeah.
cops scare me.
Okay.
So if one's right behind me, it'd be nice to know that I'm not get pulled over.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Does
the one
that
I would go
does
with.
that extend to like, oh, not only does the laws not apply to you, but like, are you immune from like getting into accidents? Like, what is?
That's a good question. I would say if I get into an accident, then that's this would you rather scenario is off because
Yeah.
like a police would have to come.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Oh, I don't like Juan said. I don't do the laundry. That's a him
No,
task.
that's okay. I'm happy to do it for us.
Yes. Thank you. I'm happy to cook for us. That's what we do. We split that.
yes.
But so I guess the driving. Yeah. Even
Okay.
though obviously you drive more than I do.
Yeah.
Because you literally drive for work. But
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I guess the driving because I already don't do
Yeah.
laundry. So
How's it driving over in England, Serena?
Oh, I don't drive.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, do you have to get
It's-
used to the left
I
side of the
walk
road?
everywhere.
Walking.
You walk. Okay.
that is my dream.
But
Like
I will
my
say,
absolute dream to be able to do that.
when I started walking around a lot there, I've been there to visit my boyfriend, but when I moved there for school, shout out Lipa,
Shout out.
give you a little shout out. I got nervous because you still have to make sure you're looking the right way,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get hit by a car.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'd rather not get hit by a car, so I tried to focus on looking the correct way. Yeah.
That's a
Eventually
skill.
it became like second nature, but then when I came back I was like, whoa, what if I drive the wrong way because I am used to looking the other way?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that probably does happen to a lot of people, especially if you go like back and forth a lot. Like, yeah, because it's just so different.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess maybe it's like playing the piano backwards. Like
Right.
your right hand's playing what your left hand should.
yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you do the laundry? Do you guys split it?
We kind of will. We usually, once we have laundry, most of the time we'll gather it up together and we'll go. And on a side note, with the cooking, usually I'll do one night of cooking, we'll do the next night, and we go back and forth.
Back and
each-
forth. Yeah, you
each
got
time,
you guys
yeah.
split
Yeah.
it back and
But-
forth.
But maybe I'd say laundry because I just despise laundry.
I
That's
get
fair.
It-
That's why he does it and I don't.
It gets in the way, and I also it piles.
Yeah.
It piles, and I look at it, and then I turn my light off and walk out of my room. So, you know,
That's
it's
funny.
and then I do a big bulk of laundry, and there's a lot of us in the house, so you know, when I'm here in Jersey, there's a lot of us,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's not that easy to do the laundry because it's usually already running.
Yeah, there's always
So-
someone doing something.
Right.
Yeah, so that
And
makes
I
it hard.
I don't want to mix my laundry with other people's because then my stuff gets lost and then
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
I'm sad. So
Exactly. No, that makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you don't drive, so the other scenario wouldn't apply to you. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't drive. I guess technically I could. Actually, I just found out a couple days ago that the rule is if you go, which I wasn't surprised about. My boyfriend was surprised that when you go, the first like few months that you're there, you can drive with the license that you have from your home.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
But then after being there for a year, you have to take the
take
test
the test
and everything.
Yeah.
I've heard it's harder there.
Yeah,
Like it's more.
it's like 50 questions.
Yeah, it's like longer, more like in depth and stuff. Which honestly, maybe that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like
So-
20 questions here.
Yeah, it is. Like, so.
I don't know if this is true, but I saw a TikTok that said something like there's a group of people that were in high school during COVID that didn't have to take the driver's in-person test. I think just took the
really?
written test and like we're just like, yep, you're good to go because we
wow.
can't do like in-person driving. I'm just like, what?
That's crazy.
That explains
a little
some of the
scary.
crazy drivers I see
that is
now.
crazy. Like, because it's one thing to know something in theory, it's another thing entirely to do it in practice.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
what
driving is something you need to do
what you mean.
on hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that does explain some things. Yeah.
Yeah, so wild.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Enjoy your walkable city. No.
Right.
Concerning. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I wish. I just wish the U.S. was more walkable.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Let's move on to TikTok, the segment
Okay.
where we watch a short form video and look for nuances that can be found. I'm gonna choose this one I have
okay.
here. That's called "Measuring Pain: Men versus Women." Since
Okay.
I'm a man and I'm outnumbered by women. No, but I'm just interested to see what your perspectives are like as ladies. So
At Throwaway Slav on TikTok says, I feel like guys measure their pain based on pain they have experienced. And I feel like girls measure their pain based on stuff they haven't experienced. Like I could be having the worst pain and still rate it a 6 because compared to being burned alive, it's a 6.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that true?
Yes,
That's not true for you. The male part's true for me.
really. Yeah, you're not imagining like what it would be like if
Of
like
course not.
I had.
If I'm in searing pain in an emergency room and they say, what's your pain? I'm going to say 10 out of 10.
When you think about your pain, are you comparing it to like the worst pain you have felt in your life?
Yeah. The worst I felt. Not the worst that's possible.
That's what I think of the worst that's possible.
So- I'm going to definitely catalog that, remember that, if you ever talk about how bad something hurts. Because if you say, like, oh, I don't know, a 4, in my mind, that could be a 7.
Or like an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only
like,
hearing
Right.
4 from you.
Right.
Wow. What's a 10?
different
Being burned alive?
perspectives.
Yeah.
What's a 9?
Probably like being in a car accident and mortally wounded.
Or like falling out of a building or
Like
something.
broken
Yeah.
bones.
Like,
Right.
yeah, breaking lots of
Probably would
bones.
be an 8.
all right,
That's so interesting.
ladies, please
Wow.
weigh in.
I think I definitely would agree with like the woman's perspective. Like I would be like, oh yeah, like for instance, like my migraines. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that's really bad. But for me, like that pain scale is very different than like a average person's pain scale who doesn't get migraines. So it's like they'd probably have a headache and they'd be like, oh my God, the worst pain ever. But then I have a headache and I'm like, it's like a 3. I can still function. But if I have a migraine, I'm down for the count. So it's like, kind of depends. But yeah, I get that. Like, I get like, oh yeah, like being burned alive, like that would be terrible.
Right.
And obviously so painful.
Right.
Like,
What do you say, Serena?
yeah.
I mean, so I will say Lex has definitely heard me when I've talked about pain. There would be times where I would go into work and I have issues with my sciatic nerve. So sometimes it comes and goes. But there have been times where I was in work and she would say, oh, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just dying. I feel like I have 1,000,000 pounds on top of me and I'm being crushed to death. And whatever.
Yeah, it was always very like
dramatic.
but also like, yeah, that sounded painful. Like,
yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I think I definitely measure pain through things I haven't experienced. I guess to some extent, sometimes if it feels exactly like something that's happened previously, then I'm like, yeah, this is how it felt last time.
yeah.
But no, yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm also very, I don't know, extra. Is that the word I should say? Maybe, I don't know.
Like you're kind of it's
Over
like,
the top.
Yeah, it's like hyperbole. Yeah, it's like
I'm
hyperbolic.
I'm very over the top, yeah.
Which I get that because like
Yeah.
you're trying to explain it in a way that feels like, oh my god, this is so massive.
Right.
Like this hurts like this because that's how I'm experiencing it. Like the lens you're experiencing it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And I always say that when it comes to like things like chronic pain, especially, that like someone with chronic pain experiences pain very differently than an average like person who isn't experiencing chronic pain.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get used to a certain threshold of pain, Yeah. Like I definitely understand that through like my headaches and migraines and stuff, where it's like a day where I have a headache is not like a completely average day, but it's like common enough for me to be like, oh yeah, this is just what I have to deal with, like, you know. So yeah, like, what do you think, Juan? How do you experience pain in this way?
Never, no.
Okay.
No. So when I first saw this, I was listening to the part where they explained how like men rate pain, and I'm just like, yeah, isn't that how everyone does? And then I heard, the women's side, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, different perspectives.
Now I have to like reconsider. I was like, do I do that? I think I still side with how men do it, and just go off of like what I've experienced before.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because like I still, whenever I have to like rate pain, I don't know if I've even ever gone past a 5 in my own scale. So I don't know. Maybe I haven't experienced pain that much.
I also feel like it's your level of tolerance as well, because like I feel like saying a 10 seems like, oh, this is awful, like so terrible.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna die if I say a 10.
Yeah, where like a 5 is like, oh, this is like moderately painful, like definitely getting up there where it's like super distracting, like difficult to continue your day. Yeah. But that's hard because everyone's pain scale is different. So it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I do think it's funny because I don't want to say over exaggerate, but to try and explain how I'm feeling sometimes if I'm in a lot of pain, I could say like the craziest thing and I can be like, I'm still at a 5 though. Because sometimes my pain tolerance is pretty high. So, and I think maybe one of the worst times I was in very bad pain, I couldn't even get up and walk because of my sciatic. But realistically though, when I get up and I move around a lot of the time, and it's not healthy to do this, but if I just ignore it and I go, no, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna move around, I'm gonna do all the things, then sometimes my body is like, okay,
oh,
you're fine,
we're gonna try.
Don't worry about it. But usually sciatic has me out for about a week or two, so yeah.
I sometimes get that with my headaches because it's like, I have to still do the things. So here I am doing the things. Right. And it's like when you're doing it, you can kind of like compartmentalize the pain and then you can move forward. Yeah. But then like there are definitely points where it like will literally like hit me where I'm just like, oh, I'm actually in a lot of pain, but I have to keep going. Yeah. So it's like that sucks, but it's reality sometimes. Yeah.
I you know what? I think my pain scale, like 1 to 5 might be pain I've experienced before. 6 to 10 maybe is stuff I have not experienced yet. So like I'm kind of a hybrid of both sides.
Yeah, both things. Yeah. I get that. Because 10 out of 10 for me would have to be like, like, oh yeah, like I imagine breaking 1 million bones feels terrible, or like getting burned feels awful, like so terrible. Chopped up. Like I don't know. I don't know what that is like, but I don't want to know what that's like
Right.
either.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to experience
Right.
that level of pain ever.
Like
I
if
can
you
help
ask me
it.
like my highest, like the worst pain I've experienced is like I would probably say like a damn Charlie horse, like a leg cramp.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
Probably-
well, before I knew how to like stretch it out and like
Yeah.
like
do that. If I would just let it take its course,
medicate it a little
holy
bit.
shit.
They aren't fun. I can tell you that much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's definitely like migraines.
Yeah.
It's like because there's nothing like getting taken down when you're like my literal brain is working against me.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like you feel like your brain is going to explode from the inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only had that a couple times. Migraines run in my family, but thankfully I haven't been affected too much by them.
That's
But when they do
very
happen,
nice for you, honestly.
I'm never sure if it's a migraine or if I'm dehydrated. So
Mm.
I try to not be dehydrated. I have a gallon of water. that
literally
bring with
love
me
that
all
for
the
you.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anybody who doesn't experience like headaches or migraines, like I definitely find myself kind of envious because I'm like, I literally have no idea what that's like.
Yeah.
No concept. I've had headaches since I was 6 years old.
yeah.
No idea what it's like to live without them. So
Yeah.
I think that like wow, I just feel like, wow, that's nice. Thanks. I wish.
I wish I could say I don't take it for granted, but I definitely do.
Yeah, like I definitely one good thing that comes from having them is that like I'm like, wow, I feel great today.
Mm.
That, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm sure you feel the same
Yeah.
with your like sciatica. So it's just like, wow, I can do things.
Right.
Like you
Actually, yeah.
feel grateful to be able to do things. So yeah, it is a healthy, unhealthy reminder, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it goes back and forth. I definitely think I mean obviously I have my sciatic, but I was diagnosed with fibroids last year in June.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
And so many people used to make me feel crazy
I
about
hate
how
that
I was
for you.
feeling. But I really advocated for myself last year
Good.
and got diagnosed. And basically what they told me was I have two. I mean, maybe there's more now. I don't know. I haven't been in a little bit and I need to get on top of it.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of natural stuff to try to naturally detox. But when they're painful, they're
Like very painful.
They're very painful.
Yeah, like incredibly painful.
and it's not like the ones that I have are small, or at least the last time I had them checked out, the one is the size of a lemon and the other one's the size of a lime.
a lemon.
Yeah.
That's
I
quite
know.
big.
Like what are you doing? Why are you there? Go away.
Go away.
Right.
Leave me alone.
I know. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That is
Well, I'm glad
really
you advocated for
crazy.
yourself and like got
you.
some
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
diagnostic. So
Sometimes that's very
Diagnosis.
difficult, like as women in particular. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I was actually worried that it was PCOS, PMOS,
yeah,
newly changed. Or endometriosis.
which I think
I
is
was a
also
little
kind of
worried.
underdiagnosed.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
definitely, especially in younger women. I feel like you can still have it. It just often doesn't get diagnosed till like 20s,
Yeah.
20s, 30s. Yeah.
Which I found out actually I found out yesterday. I saw a video where they can start diagnosing people through saliva.
Really?
Right.
That's so interesting.
They're doing a
Huh.
trial on it actually. They're
Oh,
doing
wow.
a trial.
That sounds really helpful though.
But they're getting really good results.
Good. Oh my God. That sounds so much
hopefully-
easier.
Right. Hopefully
Yeah.
it'll take off and it'll really help people. I think one of the biggest issues currently for even specifically like fibroids, they really don't have enough
Research.
on them, and they don't really advocate a lot for fibroids and how to help get rid of them or why they're even happening. I understand that it's definitely hormonal related. So
And like
but-
women's hormones change so frequently.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And but the options that they're giving people even 10 years ago, it's still the same options today.
That's
even
wild.
from 10 years ago. It's get the surgery, which they go in and they coil them, so they burn the fibroids
Oh
off.
wow! And then
And then if you
Wow.
don't want to do that,
that sounds unpleasant.
hysterectomy.
A total hysterectomy.
Total hysterectomy.
That's crazy.
Or live with them and live with the pain.
It's like none of these options are good.
Right. So, you know, that my doctor said to me, "Do you want a hysterectomy?" And then
Which
she
is
stopped.
wild because they don't normally, like that's a whole thing
Yeah, no,
in and of
yeah.
itself. Like
It is.
Ugh.
So when she asked me, then she stopped and went, "Wait, actually, do you want kids?"
Yep.
And I was like,
that's always the question too.
I was like, that is a great question. I was like, I don't have the answer right now. And I was like, but I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like,
a
but I'd like to
Conversation for me and my
Right.
father.
I was
that
like,
door
I'd like
open.
to keep. I think I'd like to keep my uterus. So,
Maybe.
you know, I was like, I think I'll keep it a little bit longer. We'll see
We'll
how it
see.
goes.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
women would probably jump at that chance, so they'd be like,
Oh,
"Fuck
absolutely, yeah.
They'd be like, "Sure."
Because fibroids, they really, I mean, they're intense.
Yeah.
They really, really are painful. And I know right now there are a couple people that are advocating for, like, famous people that are advocating for more fibroid research, and they're getting grants.
That's good.
And a lot of the research and stuff is being done by women so that it's like all
women for
enclosed.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, I'm really excited about it. And actually, when I found out, I saw this a couple weeks ago after I went and seen the Odyssey. I found out, I went and looked into some of the actors and everything, and some of the women are advocating for fibroid research, and it
Wow.
just made me really excited. And
That's
it kind
cool.
of made me tear up a little bit because I feel as though a lot of people hear fibroids, and because there's not a ton of understanding about it,
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you're being dramatic. It's not that serious." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, it really
It
is
sucks though, bro.
painful.
Like,
It's-
yeah.
it's so frustrating."
And also stop minimizing women's pain, bro.
Right.
Like,
Right.
not okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a whole nother topic right there.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's too often it happens, especially in medicine.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you get fortunate and you have a great doctor, but other times you don't.
Yeah.
So
And we talk about that a lot.
Oh,
you
yeah.
and I.
Yeah,
all
for
the
sure.
Time, so
for sure,
Yeah.
because sometimes you're just not so lucky. Like,
yeah.
yeah, where like your
Yeah.
access is limited. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so moral of the story, believe women, believe their pain. Stop minimizing it.
Yeah.
Or you get chopped.
Where you get chopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like your favorite saying. I
catchphrase.
feel like it is your
Yeah.
catchphrase. Every time I hear that, I think of you.
Yeah. I just, if somebody's doing something, I'm like,
Chop them.
yeah, chop
Chop
them.
'em
I,
up.
I said that to Juan recently.
Gotta,
I'm like, I'm gonna chop you, like
Oh,
Serena.
yeah.
right.
Like,
I've been chopped.
Right. It just
Many
doesn't
time
make
now.
me mad. Chop them. That's it. You're out.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
That's funny. Oh, cool. All right. Well, can you believe it? We are nearing the end. Serena, I want to say thank you again so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you. Before I do the outro, I want to do a few housekeeping things. So I want to give some birthday shout outs. First of all, on today, when this episode's coming out, happy birthday to Bo Burnham. Do you know who Bo Burnham is, Serena?
I do.
Comedian / musician.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes.
I love him so much. Yeah, just want to give him a shout. Happy birthday. But also, more importantly, happy belated birthday to Lex.
Woo!
It was her
Thank you.
birthday over the break.
Yes, it was.
That's going to do it for us for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us and listening. If you don't want the party to end, consider joining us over on Patreon, where we do extra content and record for a few extra minutes after the episode ends. We won't be doing it for this one because we have a guest on, and you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. We're not paying you for this. So.
No, you are
But
very
if
nice
we ever
to
do
us.
get to a point where we can pay our guests, then maybe we'll do extra content. So, but until then, if you'd rather, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/nuancedafpod. But if you want a free way to support, consider joining us over on YouTube. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so that our channel can be monetized. You can find all our links in the description /show notes or at linktree/nuancedafpod. That is linktr.ee/nuancedafpod. Serena, is there anything you'd like to plug in? Any social medias or maybe an organization that you support that you'd want to shout out? Or just anyone in your life you want to shout out? Shout out Joe.
Yeah, I guess I would just say check out my Instagram. It's I am Serena J.
We'll have it linked.
Underscore. And yeah, shout out to my boyfriend Joe. Love you so much, honey.
Oh.
And shout out to my whole family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my little nephew, my little baby. He's so
She's a
cute.
cutie.
My brother-in-law's my baby Presley. That's my dog.
Aw.
I love him so much. And all my friends, love y'all for supporting me and my dreams and always pushing me to be the best version of myself. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That is amazing. Cool. So thank you so much for joining us and listening. Again, Serena, thank you so much for
Yeah,
being here on
Thank
this
you for
episode.
inviting me.
You're very welcome. And remember, in a world where nothing is black and white, it's our jobs as human beings to find, understand, and be that nuance, because we are all nuanced AF. And that's our show.
Yay!
All right.
That was exciting.